This is the most important video you're going to see this week. You only have one body. You cannot exchange it. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the things I know about my body in my 30s that I wish I had known in my 20s. So why should you listen to this girlie over here? I'm Monia, I'm in my 30s, and I'm here to give you big sister advice to help you glow up into your badass future self. And we're all busy ladies over here, so let's dive right in. Obviously, as a 20s girlie, I love going out for drinks, and I didn't realize how toxic alcohol is on my body. How it really harms all organs. It is a poison for your body. The only thing that I thought about alcohol is that it has calories. Like, that was the only thing that I was concerned with. But I wasn't actually concerned with what effect alcohol has on my body. So I have this watch where I can track my sleep now, and it completely changed the way I see alcohol now, because anytime I drink, my sleep is disrupted. So I went out for drinks yesterday with friends, and you can see here my ANS charge is really poor. That is always the case when I had drinks. The ANS charge on this watch is relating to the relaxation of your nervous system, and that's always bad when I had a drink. And that really made me understand, like, yeah, I might feel like I get a good night's sleep, but I don't actually get a good night's sleep. My body is not actually properly resting. Regular drinking has a real effect, not only on your liver, because that's the first thing that we think about. It has a real effect on your gut health. And having a healthy gut microbiome is so important, because that affects not only like your overall well-being, but literally also your mental health. You want to make sure not that you don't have to drink at all anymore. I'm still drinking, but that you are just a lot more mindful of it and really understand that it's not just the calories, or that maybe one day in the future might harm my liver, but that it actually always has an effect right now. It harms your gut, it harms your skin, basically it harms any organ in your body. I did not prioritize skincare because I was really lucky. I've been quite lucky with my skin generally. I never had acne or a lot of like pimples, so I never really thought, oh, I would need skincare, because I don't really have to cure anything in my face. I was never aware of the importance of SPF lotion, especially when it comes to your face. Prevention is key, especially now when you watch this video now and you are in your 20s, or it doesn't really matter what age you are and you haven't started with SPF yet. You need to start now. Go and get some SPF. This is the one that I use. Korean skincare is really good. It's really light. It's not really like fatty and disgusting, and it's not super expensive, and it lasts forever. I generally have a skincare routine. It's all about prevention. You want to still make sure that your skin looks great in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. So have a morning skincare routine, have an evening skincare routine, and you do not need a lot of product. All you really need is a moisturizer, so important. You need some cleansing lotion to make sure you cleanse off the SPF and all kinds of makeup, all kinds of residue in the evening. The thing is, the signs of aging don't just pop up overnight, and if you don't want to use things like Botox and stuff in the future, you just want to make sure that you take really good care of your skin early on, not when you're in your 30s or not when you're in your 40s, because then prevention and slowing down aging is going to be difficult, because the first signs of aging are already there. I know we all love a good Danish, we all love a good cereal for breakfast, but that is actually candy for breakfast. I'm a German girlie, so I grew up with Nutella on bread. Like, that's what people eat in Germany when they grow up. That is not a nutritious breakfast. That is literally like sweets and candy. But girl, you gotta stop eating a sweet breakfast. I had literally no idea. I had no idea about nutrition. The only thing I was really worried about was the overall calories, because, you know, I was really stuck on diet mindset. You need to make sure that you have a nourishing breakfast for the first meal of the day, because that is the meal that will set you up for the whole rest of the day. If you don't want to be in a slump, if you're like super tired and exhausted by 11 a.m, then stop eating a sweet breakfast. The reason why you feel so tired and exhausted and you don't need more coffee is because you ate something really sweet that spikes your blood sugar crashes, and that crash of your blood sugar is why you're feeling so exhausted, and then you feel like you want to snack more, because then you get the sugar craving, so you want to eat more, you want to have coffee. That is because you did not have a blood sugar balancing breakfast. I always felt tired the whole day pretty much when I was younger, and I was only drinking coffee because I had no idea about blood sugar balancing. You have mood swings, you feel exhausted, you feel anxious. All of that is down to your blood sugar being not in a balance.
Wait, you're telling me what I eat in the morning is actually causing me to feel anxious and depressed later on in the day?
Yeah, yes, absolutely, it does have an effect on your mood, on your feelings, especially if you struggle with things like feeling often really anxious, really like low mood, a little bit depressed. I'm not talking about really clinical depression here. I'm talking about this like being really like that can be down to your blood sugar being super not regulated. So you want to make sure you set yourself up for success in the morning with your first meal. And what does that look like? That looks like having protein, having fiber in the morning, because that will really fuel you, that will give you energy. And if you need help with that and you're really feeling a little bit lost with, well, I don't know how to really structure my breakfast and I don't want to make this so complicated, make sure to download my free breakfast guide below. Completely free. There are recipes in there and you can just use that as a guide for your fueling breakfast in the future. For me, the whole protein thing, that was like gym bro stuff. Like, I was not interested in that. The whole fiber thing was not really a thing when I was in my 20s. Like, gut health was not a thing. Like, it's quite popular now, so you guys are super lucky if you're like in your 20s now. No one really talked about this when I was young. When I was young. When I was like in my early 20s. You have no excuse now, guys. Like, you have the knowledge now. I'm giving you the knowledge. You can really see how important fiber and protein in your meals, not only in your breakfast, but in all of your meals are for staying full, especially if you maybe want to lose weight and you really struggle with it and you always feel like peckish and hungry. Make sure to increase your fiber and protein in your meals, because it will help you with your weight loss journey, and it will help you to stabilize your blood sugar so you don't have these sugar cravings, so you don't have to like constantly feel like you need to snack. It will also help you, especially when it comes to protein, to maintain your muscle mass. The older you get, especially as women, we need to make sure we keep our muscle mass, okay? Muscle mass is decreasing rapidly when you turn 30. You want to make sure that you get at least 100 grams of protein a day. And if you don't really know how to make sure you do that, download MyFitnessPal, not for tracking calories, not for like losing weight and not getting obsessive about it, but it's really helpful to just track your meals for a week and see how little protein you're actually eating, seeing how little fiber you're actually eating. MyFitnessPal has really helped me to understand how much more I need to actually eat when it comes to protein and fiber. And when you do that, you have less space for sugary treats and like chips and that kind of stuff and like ultra processed food. And it doesn't mean you can never have it, but it just like kind of falls a little bit more to the side because you need to focus on protein and fiber first. Fiber is the food for your gut microbiome, for your gut bacteria. They eat fiber. They can't really eat a Danish or a croissant. There's no fiber in there, so they really don't get any food from that. You want to get to at least 30 grams of fiber a day. Just try to increase it slowly so you don't feel like you're gonna explode because you're so bloated. Ladies, I am a cardio bunny. I get it. I love a good cardio session, and cardio is great. It's super healthy. It's good for your heart health, but you also need to include some sort of strength training, whether there is Pilates with weights, whether there is YouTube videos with like using your body weight. It doesn't really matter if you do like boot camps like I do, where we also use weights. The problem with losing muscle mass, it doesn't just affect how you look. You really want to prepare yourself now for getting old. Like, we think, oh, I'm going to be like 60, 70, it's going to take forever. But every decision that you make now will influence how you're going to feel during that age. And I really saw my grandma wasting away in a chair. She couldn't get up anymore because she had zero muscle mass. And that is not going to be me. Muscle mass impacts your metabolism, your strength, and your bone density. If you take one thing away from this video, then really pay attention now, because this is crucial. The gut-brain connection is real. That is a real thing. What's going on down here in your gut, in your belly, that will affect what's happening up here. That will affect how productive you are. That will affect your focus. That will affect how much you actually like or dislike yourself, or how negative or positive you are. Your gut microbiome has an effect on your whole body, not only on your brain, but on all of your cells in your body. A healthy gut means better digestion. It means more energy. It means better skin. It means having just a more positive, happier mood and outlook, being more productive, getting things done instead of focusing on weight loss, focusing on being skinny, focusing on calorie counting, focusing on feeling your best. What does feeling your best mean? Overeating constantly is not feeling your best. Undereating is not feeling your best. Constantly worrying about what to eat, when to eat, blah, blah, blah. Like literally the whole food noise in your brain does not make me feel my best. It makes me feel horrible, actually. In my 20s, I was always chasing the number on the scale. And I'm not saying that I don't like to look lean, because honestly, I do. Like, I'm honest about this. Like, let's just be real here. It doesn't mean I need to like have a model body, because I will never have a model body. But being my best self, my best version of myself, and what that is also like like, you know, sustainable for me. But the most important thing is that you focus on feeling your best. And the weight loss, I have a whole video on this, is a byproduct of just focusing on making decisions that will actually make you feel good. Because you're going to start making choices that are really good for your body, for your mind, for your spirit, for your overall future self. You're making choices from being that badass future self now. And that weight loss and that body is then a byproduct of the choices that you are making. And if you're just getting really obsessed, really addicted to feeling your best, you're gonna make much better choices for yourself. I am a walking girlie. I even have a walking pad here for my desk that I can walk while I work, while I like write emails. It's an easy, low impact way to stay active, to stay healthy, to make you feel your best, help you digest, and especially walking after breakfast for 20 minutes or after lunch or after dinner, going for a little walk. That is gonna help you digest, and this is gonna help to stabilize your blood sugar, and it will make you feel really good, and it will help you sleep better and just overperform better. When I was in my 20s, the society was still quite misogynistic. It wasn't like a positive thing talking about hormones. It was kind of like cringy and kind of embarrassing and kind of like,
oh yeah, women and their like hormones.
But your hormones play such a massive role from everything, from your energy levels, your mood, your weight, your skin health, your hair, your mood swings can be hormonal. If they are dysregulated, it can really affect how you show up on a day-to-day basis and how you feel. And what is really, really important when it comes to hormonal health is, first of all, diet is super important. Stabilizing your blood sugar, this all falls into promoting your hormonal well-being. But what is also really important, ladies, that is stress management. So if you're a real workout girly, for example, like I am, you need to be careful, because like certain times in your cycle, you might not want to really do heavy workouts, do heavy lifting, do heavy cardio, because that is actually going to disrupt your hormones. So it's really not going to be beneficial for you. It can actually harm you. So you just want to really make sure that you start to really listen to your body and being a bit more in tune with like what you're actually feeling like. Or maybe you just need a bit more of a gentle stretching routine. And men, for example, can handle those heavy workouts, like a lot of them, much better than women and female body can, because we have a monthly cycle. Men don't really have that. So we just need to take a bit more care when it comes to workouts, for example, because that can be a big stressor on your body. And another big stressor is obviously just stress in general, like stress around the house, stress in your workplace, stress with friends or in relationships. You just need to learn to prioritize yourself. As women, I think we often take so much on, always saying yes to everything. You always try to please everybody, but it's actually not gonna help you. And that will have a chain reaction in your body to all kinds of other things. So you might feel fatigued, you might feel depressed, you might feel really anxious, you want to eat all the time, you just want to cope with things and have like unhealthy coping mechanisms. That's why stress management is so crucial, having good night's sleep, and really learn to take time out of the day for yourself. Since diet and exercise is so important when it comes to having a healthy body and feeling your best, like in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s and onwards, make sure to watch my next video about the 24 foods to eat in 2024, and also the video on how I became a workout girly, because that would really help you to get into like the workout spirit and really like start exercising and taking care of yourself. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. I love you. Take care. Bye.